Hey, New Prospect family. It's RTB, February 6th. Another great set of readings for us today. Uh, it's been great getting to do these this week. Tomorrow will be my last day for a while. Jay will be on starting Monday. So I've got two more with you. So again, thankful to Dr. Crib for letting me sit in on these this week. Hope you've been enjoying it. I sure have. Uh, it's fun doing the readings, but it's fun reading and then getting to just kind of talk about some of the things that I've enjoyed from the readings and just insights and thoughts. So thanks for hanging in there. Today we had some great readings from Genesis 39, Mark 9, Job 5, and Romans 9. And so just wanted to just talk about a couple of those today. I wish we could just pick apart every chapter. I wish we had time. Um, but glad you're reading those. If you ever have questions, I've actually had a couple calls this week, and it's been kind of neat. Folks have been doing the readings and watching the videos and had further questions, and I've actually had some great conversations this week with some folks that have had some questions about the reading. So if you read something, I don't think we talk about this enough, but as you're doing the reading, if there's something you don't understand or you want some further clarification, please reach out to us, Dr. Crib or myself or Jay, and we will refer you all back to Dr. Cribs. No, I'm just kidding. We'd love to talk about what you're reading if you have any questions, but I don't know if we've referenced that enough. Maybe we have, but we'd love to, if you've got questions, please reach out and talk to us about that. We'd love to talk more about the scriptures with you. So great readings today. The story in Genesis 39 with Joseph and Potiphar's wife, if you've never read his story before, if this is your first time kind of going through what happened to him and his interesting journey he's on right now, just hang in there with it. But I love just the struggle that he's in. You know, he's been sold into slavery. They lied about him being killed and dead, and so his dad thinks he's dead. He's been sold into slavery, and you're going to see this unbelievable journey he goes on. And just when you think he's going to turn a corner and it's going to work out for him, he just gets knocked back down. Just hang in there with him. I don't want to spoil anything if you've never read his story, but it ends really well for him. It's got an amazing ending, so hang in there. I know today, for instance, you know, he does everything right. You know, he stays faithful, and God just keeps putting him in position of influence, and God keeps using his life, and that's what I want us to understand from the story of Joseph. As you read through his story, and every time you're like, gosh, when's it going to work out for this guy? Just know, you know, I said it the other day, every one thing we see God doing, there's a thousand we don't see, and he's doing something really neat in Joseph's life, and he's setting him up for something really big. So I want to encourage you today, even if you don't see God working, and if you're wondering kind of why things are happening the way they are, you might just be, you know, one step away from God doing something really big in your life. So hang in there, stay faithful. We see in Genesis 39, Joseph being tempted by Potiphar's wife. He's been placed over this household. Potiphar's gone, and so Joseph's in charge. Potiphar's wife tries to seduce him, and he just resists. He literally ran so far and so fast he left his clothes behind. I mean, it's like something out of a cartoon. Can you just imagine? She's trying to seduce him, and he just runs and just rips his tunic, his cloak off, you know, and he's just like, don't even care, you know. He is so determined to stay faithful and stay true and obedient and maintain his integrity, and that she ends up using that as fake evidence, fake news to to get him thrown in jail. And Joseph ends up in prison. So you read his story and you're like, why is this guy doing the right thing, but yet bad things keep happening to him? Read on, just kind of hang in there with him. I think next week, when Jay is with you doing videos, just keep reading. You're going to see that it's going to work out really well for him. So if you're in a similar kind of situation and you're just like, I don't know why this is happening, I just want to encourage you and challenge you to hang in there, stay strong, stay faithful. God just might be, I believe He is, setting you up for something really neat. and He's going to do a really neat work in your life. So don't lose hope. Don't give up. Just hang in there. Another just thought that I had from the readings this week. One of my favorite. It's an interesting, crazy moment for Paul. In Romans chapter 9, in your Romans 9 reading, in verse 3, Paul, he's so overwhelmed, like with grief. If you think about what Paul did to the church, think of Paul, who was this leader, this Jewish leader. He was just such an influential figure in the Jewish world, and then gets saved, has his experience with Jesus, becomes this influential leader in the church. Probably, I can imagine that weight that he carried around about kind of what I did, and I influenced this one group to terrorize this other group, and now he probably is left with this like, I fomented and stoked up all this hatred for Christians among the Jews, and so he has this like love for his people, the Jews, but he has this love for the church, and he says I wish myself that I'd be accursed and cut off from Christ, for the sake of my brethren, my kinsmen. Paul's almost willing. He loves his people so much. He's so burdened, just because he is a missionary and apostle to the Gentiles. And boy, what great love for his people. And I don't want to over spiritualize it too much, but it got me thinking. I said, is there anybody in my life, are there people in my life, like I said, I don't want to over spiritualize this, but I just want us to think, like, boy, is there anybody I grieve over that much to where I would be like, boy, if this person could just get saved, I've prayed for this person, I've been burdened for this person, God, boy, I'd give up my spot in heaven if I could see this person get their heart right with Christ, boy, that's such love that's in Paul. So, so the Joseph story, hang in there if things are tough. I look in Romans 9, and it just challenged me. It just got me thinking in my mind. It's like, boy, how much do you have to love people to be willing to give up your spot in heaven if it meant they could get saved? That's not how it works, obviously, but Paul was like, boy, I would be accursed, if my people wouldn't be cut off. Isn't that amazing? That's just amazing. Who in your life needs to hear the gospel so bad that you'd be so burdened to be like, God, I'd give up my spot in heaven to see them there. You don't have to. That's the great news. You don't have to give up your spot for them. You just need to pick up the phone and call them and say, hey, I love you. Can I tell you what Jesus has done in my life? Can I tell you what I've learned in Scripture doing RTB 2021 with my church? And share the gospel with somebody. Think about that. Who do you need to reach out to? You don't even have to give up your spot in heaven to share the gospel with them. There's room for all of them. So reach out to somebody this week. I want to challenge you. Pray that God give you a burden for the lost, like Paul had for his Israelite brethren, to want to reach out. Hey, listen, love you so much, New Prospect family. Thanks for hanging out this morning with me, or today, whenever you've read this, or watched these, or do your readings. Just hope you have a blessed day. Tomorrow will be my last day for a while, so can't wait to be with you one more time until my next go round. But again, Jay will be on Monday, so excited to hear from Pastor Jay. But anyways, we'll see you tomorrow, and great reading and happy reading, and love you to Prospect family. See you soon. Bye-bye.